Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. This is a run-in. My name is TJ Leo.
And I am Cole 2K.
And this is our final LFG update for Season 1. For those of you just tuning in, ever since the... I don't want to say the first... When did we do the first one on LFG? I think it was like midway through the first season. I think it was midway.
It was after... I actually think it was after the second... Maybe
second
the
episode?
third episode, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
Intro to the all 16.
That's right. Yeah, we kind of just talked about how we're feeling about the entire cast. That's right.
Yep.
And then ever since the elimination started, we did post-elimination episodes, and this is the final one of Season 1. The winners have been revealed. We're going to talk about that. We're gonna do an update just like we always do. We're going to look back at all the other stars, see how we feel in the end about each and every one of them. See who was eliminated, and see how we did on our predictions for the finalists as well. As myself, Cole, and Sim31 all had different predictions for who would take home the NXT contracts. So let's kick things off in the same order that we've always done. Hopefully, if things have remained steady here, with Anthony Luke. How do we feel about the eliminated Anthony Luke? Do we still feel the same?
Yeah, same as before. I mean, I'm sure he'll be around still.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know when we'll see him, but I feel like we'll still see him at some point. He's got something. He just needs to lay off the Rock stuff, as they commented on. All right. Oh, the Bone Collector. If we don't see her in NXT within the next 6 months, I'll be pissed.
Yeah, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, they're leaving money on the table with her, I think. All right, who else we got here?
Sadly, I think we'll see him.
You do think we'll see him? I don't know, man.
I think he's like a cockroach. I think he'll be around for a while. At least 2 years.
Wow.
Just hanging on.
My gut is telling me that he was paid off to be the jackass of the show and probably has no actual full aspirations to be in the business is my guess, but maybe we'll see him pop up. Be like I said, I compare him to a James Ellsworth type of character. Just come in, be annoying, and then head off into the sunset once your gimmick is run dry. But we'll see. Chris Island. I still feel the same way I do about Chris Island. I think he showed tremendous potential in that last match that he had, but he just showed it too late.
Yep.
I do think we'll see him again, though. I do think we'll see him again.
We'll probably see him again.
Yeah. Danny. I don't think we're going to see her again.
I don't think we'll see her on TV.
No.
On the NXT program.
Maybe she shows up in Evolve to try, but I don't know. Something missing there for me. With Danny. Drake will definitely see again.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
Can't imagine we're not going to see him again.
Yeah.
Not only just because he's dating someone on the main roster, but he's got some potential there.
Well,
for sure.
That stuff comes and goes.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely true. Oh, well, definitely going to see this man. Yeah.
I hope so.
If we don't see Holyfield again, I'm going to cry.
A ton of potential with a high ceiling.
Oh, yeah. Massive. All right. Our first contestant that made it into the finals, Jasper the Reaper Troy. Was he eliminated? No, he was not. Your male winner of the first ever LFG season is Jasper Troy. Unsurprisingly, I will say. Unsurprisingly. I have to assume he'll be on NXT within a month.
Shortly, yeah.
He may even debut this week. Who knows?
Yeah, he's been in the program for a while. Not exactly sure how long. I don't remember how long he's been there at the PC, but he's definitely progressed enough to where they kind of could use him on NXT TV because
definitely
the men's roster, especially for big guys like that, is pretty thin.
Yeah, I think someone on the show, one of the legends, I think, said it that the male roster right now on NXT is kind of shallow for big men.
It is.
There's a lot of tiny people.
Yep.
So he'll be able to step up relatively quickly. I think it would be a mistake though to push him right to Obafemi instantly. I think
Oh yeah.
I do think there's a possibility that they're going to do that. They've
I hope
planted
not.
seeds. I know they planted the seeds for it, and I'm like, be careful. You don't want to push him too quickly. People might counter that.
I mean,
But
they need to let him roll over a lot of the smaller guys for a while, 6 months or so at least.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, not
Ben,
necessarily weekly, but I mean, he needs to go on a sustained roll of just running through a
get his
lot of
name
the
out
smaller
there.
guys. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Bend the knee. We're gonna see that catchphrase, no doubt. Bend the knee. All right. Lee Laurel. Yeah, I don't see her returning.
Maybe.
Yeah. P Nasty.
Maybe.
Maybe.
For a lot of these, I do have a concern, but I'll kind of bring that up after, in the
Sure.
recap at the end.
Sure. Shiloh Hell, as we know, went up against Jasper Troy, so he indeed was eliminated. So I thought their match was decent. I don't think it was by any stretch of the imagination the best men's match in NXT, or sorry, in LFG. I think that probably still goes to, I think it was Jasper and Chris Island. I think it was. I can't remember, or maybe it was Shiloh and Chris Island.
Yeah, I think it was Shiloh.
Shiloh and Chris Island, yeah. But I thought they had a pretty good match. But my problem with Shiloh in this match is he never stood out to me.
The
He didn't
dance.
really. Oh God, that running knee thing, it just doesn't match his character. He's supposed to be the Hellraiser, and he's just doing this like dance. It's just like, dude, I don't think that works for you.
What'd you think of his AI robot?
Yeah, that was freaky. I don't know. I don't know. So that AI is really bad. It's terrible. I was expecting like some sort of like Chat GPT equivalent, but it's not. It's not even close. That thing doesn't know anything. It just repeats the same phrases over and over and over again. But he said he was doing it for like TikTok or YouTube or something at the time. I don't know what he was doing it for, but Jasper had a couple of moments in the match that really stood out versus Shiloh, which I don't think had any that really stood out. Jasper had the one where he was screaming, "Bend the knee, bend it."
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you did it, and you didn't overplay it like Penta. He wasn't screaming "bend the knee" 18 times in the match, right? He did it one time, and it impacted perfectly. And then his finisher looked great. Too. So, his boss man slam. I love the boss man slam. It's very similar to Deep Six from Baron Corbin.
Black hole slam.
Black hole slam. Yeah. So I don't know. I dig it. But we will see Shiloh again, I'm sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll get into the hint that they dropped at the end of the show when we get to the end here. Oops. Selena. What are we thinking? Serena?
I think we could. Serena.
I think we might see her. She
seems
had
to have the
something.
passion for it.
Yeah, she had the passion for it. She's got something there. She just needs a lot more work. So I'm not sure if they'll pick her up in a developmental contract or if they'll let her like suggest to her to go back to the Indies and get some more, experience under her belt. I'm not sure. Yeah, we won't see Tatiana, I don't think.
I mean,
who knows?
Getting eliminated pretty hard. I think she could use that as motivation.
Yeah.
But did she stand out enough? I don't know.
I don't think so. She's got the look.
She does.
She just doesn't have the ring skills.
I mean, she's got the size and the look, but I mean the in-ring stuff you can be taught. So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe if she found a school,
yeah,
you know, Booker T, maybe.
yep.
Troy.
I'd be surprised if we don't, but I could also see him kind of flaming out.
Yeah, it depends on his passion level for the business.
Yeah.
You know, like he's clearly an athlete. The question is, you know, now that he's been to the mountain and he wasn't given the green light, is that going to be motivation for him to keep going, or is that going to be motivation for him to look elsewhere?
All right.
That's the question for him. We'll see. All right, our finalists for the women's was Tyra eliminated. No, she was not. Your winner of the NXT of the LFG women's bracket, Tyra May Steele. I know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean it
was a toss up.
Yeah, I mean I guess you couldn't really go wrong with either. I mean I said it before. To me, she's less Kurt Angle and more Gable Steveson. I mean, she could. I mean, she could be. I don't know. She just.
I hope she proves us wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Because she's got it. She just needs to be it. You know.
Now
it's
one thing, and then I don't want to talk too much about the match until we bring up Xena, but Tyra does a much better heel, or could be a much better heel than a babyface. I don't know
100%.
if they were really trying to have her play a heel during the match, which I thought they kind of should have.
Yeah, both matches didn't seem to have a balance there. You know?
Yeah. But I think Tyra should be, you know, when they present her on TV now, I think try to bring her as a badass heel.
Oh, 100%.
You know, rather than a smiling USA character.
Shove that medal in everyone's faces and just
you know,
tell them you're the best.
I don't want to see the medal anymore.
Oh, you wanted them to take that away?
Yeah, I mean, don't use the medal as a crutch.
Interesting. You know that's not what they're going to do, though. they're going to take advantage of that and try to make her the female Kurt Angle. No doubt in my mind. Her submission that she used at the end of the match.
It's like a modified STF.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah,
it looked great. Like if she better keep that if she's you know if she's going to continue, because that was a really cool looking submission. It was like a cross between an STF and like a Regal stretch, and like there was just a couple of different like modifiers in there that made it look really good. I
mean it was like a STF, but she used the right leg and crossed over to the left side instead of left and left.
Yeah. And there was like she wasn't bending the leg with her leg.
Yeah.
She was bending it with her arm. So it was like
like one of these. Pretzel.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously that means that Xena was indeed eliminated. So here's the thing. Neither of these matches were amazing to me. They were both serviceable. I don't think they'd be even in my top 3 for the whole.
Really? I thought this one was probably about the best women's match of the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I think I liked Bayley and maybe it was Bayley and Tyra.
Yeah,
it was Bayley and somebody.
Tyra.
I think that was my number 1. But I don't think either of these matches like stood out as number 1 for me. That being said, if I was to look at these 2 matches and say I have to pick one winner from each, I would have agreed with Sean in this case. I would have agreed Tyra did better in this match than Xena did, and I would agree Jasper did better in his match than Shiloh did. So in that sense, I agree with the decisions. And
now I might have agreed with the decision in the match,
But overall, maybe not.
But his reasoning for the winner,
for the women,
I disagree with.
And that seems to be the discourse online. Is
the reasoning being Tyra's more ready for TV, essentially.
And the
than
medal.
Xena is.
Yeah. He specifically pointed out that she's a gold medalist, and it was like, well, she's always been a gold medalist, so that never would have changed. So it's almost like it was a free ticket, you know. So people have a pretty big problem with that. Now, with that being said, at the end of the show, after the contracts were provided, they did confirm that Shiloh and Xena will be in season 2, which is very interesting. I don't know how to feel about that.
And that's the whole thing about season 2. How many of the other 14 competitors, or 12 at this point now, because 2 got the contract, 2 we already know for sure, and Xena and Shiloh are going to be on season 2. How many of the other 12 are going to be on it?
Yeah, they didn't really say, did they?
Yeah.
If it's going to be all new people plus these 2, that concerns me a little bit, because there's only one winner for each gender. So, like, it's almost like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I agree or disagree with them adding Xena and Shiloh to season 2. I just kind of feel like we know that they're the second best from season 1, so the chances of them losing, you would think, are very low.
Right.
You know what I mean? So someone from the new cast has got to really step up their game in order to beat them. And it's like, think about this. Think about if that happens. If someone brand new from season 2 wins over Xena or over Shiloh, doesn't that just completely bury them?
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's a bad idea. This might be a really bad idea for their careers.
You can't really have Xena and Shiloh
lose twice.
Well, lose twice, but you can't really have them do not appear on season 2. Well, I mean, yeah, you can have them not appear on season 2, but you can't really have them show up on NXT in 2 months.
Right, because that kind of negates the winner.
Exactly. That negates the winner. That's like Tough Enough all over again. You had winners of Tough Enough, but then 3-4 months down the road, you have 3 or 4 of the other Tough Enough competitors showing up on TV with contracts.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of messy.
And then with the whole thing in general with the women, Xena's been in the PC for 1 year before being on that. Tyra signed with WWE 2 years ago. So essentially she's, had a 1 year head start
advantage.
She had a 1 year head start on Xena.
Plus she's an Olympian.
Yeah. And I mean, the women's roster on NXT is so deep.
Oh yeah.
That you can have Xena start on NXT and you wouldn't need a pusher. Whereas, like on the other side, Jasper, like we were talking about, the roster depth on that for big men is really low. You would almost kind of need him to be on TV. You wouldn't necessarily need that for Xena.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough call. The high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And what also surprised me was when you told me that season 2 starts in June. It's like 2 or 3 weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
Like, whoa. Like, that's back to back. I mean, TV shows don't normally have a 2 or 3 week break. They usually have like a 6-month break. So it's interesting. I don't know what to think about. I don't know what to think about them being in the show. I don't know what to think about the show being on again so quickly. It does give us more content to talk about, so I'm okay with that if we continue to watch it.
I mean, and if you want to know, it's not necessarily. I guess it is kind of spoilers about who may or may not be on season 2.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Okay, from
I'll
people
wait
that
and try
have
to. Well,
been
let me get.
to NXT tapings when they do
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah,
matches.
no. Yeah, no. Don't. I'll just wait for the show.
Okay.
Hmm. But you can confirm that there are people from season 1 returning,
Yes.
besides the two obvious ones.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, see, now I want to know, but I'm not. I'm gonna stay quiet. Okay. Well, yeah. And we didn't say Undertaker won the points challenge
Yes.
by 1. So Undertaker is your first ever LFG champion. He got the belt, which actually didn't look terrible. It was kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
It wasn't just this giant, audacious LFG logo. It was like a WWE championship, but with a green check mark instead of a red check mark. And then the LFG logo was kind of like in stripes at the top left. It was kind of cool. Maybe a little lazy, but not bad.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Yeah.
want it to overshadow any of the other belts, I guess.
Yeah, I can imagine if the LFG belt was like this, like perfect.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that should be the real championship. Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, I enjoy the show. I hope there's less drama and bullshit on season 2. I hope they just focus in more on the training, and more behind the scenes stuff, and that kind of, because that's why I watch it, for like just to see the conversations between the coaches and the quote future greats.
Yeah.
I like that stuff, and to see the matches, to see how they progress. Some of those early matches were brutal though.
Yeah, seeing how far they progressed, and really seeing, you go back to and watch the first couple episodes back now and
Oof.
see who really progressed and who didn't.
In a pretty short amount of time. It was only what, 7? No, I guess it was 14 weeks, right?
I mean, 15 episodes. I don't know
15, yeah.
if it was technically 15 weeks worth of filming, but
No. Oh yeah. Good. Well, yeah. They usually, like, they always said this week we're focusing on blank, but is it really? Yeah. Was it really a week, or was it? Yeah. It's tough to say, right? But yeah, super improvement on some of these guys.
Yep.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about LFG wise before we?
Well, as far as our predictions between me, you, and Sim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I guess there were a total of 4 different combinations of winners, right?
And we had 3 of them.
Could have either had Xena and Shiloh, Xena and Jasper, Tyra and Shiloh, and Tyra and Jasper.
Yeah.
Nobody got it.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. You picked Tyra and Shiloh.
Okay, so I got 1.
I picked Xena and Shiloh.
Oh, you got none? Oh no.
No, I'm sorry. Sim picked Xena and Shiloh.
Oh no, you got none. Oh no.
And I picked Xena and Jasper.
Oh wow.
So nobody got
both. Wow.
Yeah.
I could have picked. Any of us could have picked the one thing that wasn't picked, and we know what he did. Wow.
And the only not the only reason, but the reason you got 1 is because you didn't want to go with us and pick Xena.
Yes, that's right. I wanted to be different. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do a more structured predictions thing for season 2. Yep. First episode goes by, we'll have to like give our preliminary picks, and see how they do it. How do you feel about, like, do you think they're going to do? So we know Michelle McCool is replacing Mickie James.
That's going to be interesting to see, because I mean, I'm sure she's great and all, but
I don't think she's a Mickie James.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a very odd swap. Obviously political.
Yeah.
Maybe Michelle McCool would be more popular on the show, though. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, do you think who watches? What's their target for the show?
That's a good question.
Does it really matter? Not does it matter, but does one over the other, Mickie or Michelle, really make a big difference? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, you've got Undertaker, Booker T, and Bubba. Does the 4th one really make, or either one of those two, does that make a difference?
To be fair, Mickey was the only coach without anyone in the finals. So, on that sense, I kind of agree that she was removed. She also kind of got the worst team.
Yeah, she did. Kind of did.
By chance.
Yeah, by chance.
By chance. I mean, even in the beginning, we looked at Mickey's team and we were like, yeah, she's got the weakest team for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel for her a little bit. I don't know how random it was. It's
I don't.
Yeah,
it was random at all.
No. Well, we'll see how season 2 starts, and we'll do a. I don't know whether we'll do an LFG update every week. That would be a lot. I think we'll probably do one after the first episode to see what we think of the structure of season 2 and the athletes that are there.
Every couple after that.
Yeah, and then maybe halfway through the season, and then we'll do the eliminations.
Yeah,
assuming they do the same thing as they did this time. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been your LFG finale update. As always, after a Wrestling Renaissance run-in, we do some quizzes. So let's switch over to WrestlePlay. So let's start with the connections.
We're on a streak.
Yeah. All right, so we got Keith Lee, Ricky Saints, Dante Martin. I think that's Dante
Darius,
Martin.
I think that is.
Darius Martin. Samoa Joe, Juice Robinson, John Moxley, Lyra Valkyria, Sheamus, Kenny Omega, Johnny Gargano, JD McDonough, Wheeler Yuta, Cameron Grimes, Finn Balor, Adam Page, and Mansoor. Wow. Oh, this one runs the gambit, man. Okay. Let's think here.
Page, Omega, Moxley, Joe. That would be AEW World Champions.
Yep. Okay.
Lyra,
Robinson,
Sheamus, JD, Finn.
Oh, Irish.
Ireland.
Nice.
I
was going to say Robinson, Yuta, Saints, and Martin tag teams.
Gargano too, though.
True. But AEW tag teams specifically.
I would have thought AEW.
Yeah, because Grimes, Gargano, Lee, and Mansoor were all in NXT, right?
Lee was a tag team champion in AEW, though, too.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. But now Martin, Robinson, Yuta. They're in trios in AEW.
Yeah, it could be Grimes, Gargano, Saints, and Mansoor or NXT.
Championships. Indian Japan.
Let's try that. Let's try these four. No. Oh, three. Three of them are correct. It's got to be these two switch, right?
Yeah, switch them.
Oh.
3 again.
Okay, so both Saints and Lee were incorrect. Because it still says we have 3 right. So we still have these 3 right. So it's either Gargano, Grimes, or Mansoor.
Mansoor. Gotta be Mansoor.
Yeah, what the hell is it? Oh, ROH.
Oh, crap.
And what are these guys?
What are they?
These guys are NXT.
North American champions.
Yeah, good job. There you go. There we go.
Should have known.
All right, and Wrestling Grid. Here we go.
Oof.
Oh, these are going to be rough. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God.
All right. Let's do NXT
current
Heritage Cup.
Well, I'm not going to know that. That's all you, bro.
Europe would be Noam Dar.
Oh, which one?
The one on the right. Heritage Cup. The other will be easy. Or easier. SmackDown. Heritage Cup.
Somebody who won the Heritage Cup who's currently on Raw or SmackDown. I don't
Pete
even remember
Dunne.
the Heritage Cup. So, is that something from NXT UK?
Yeah.
Could be Tyler Bate. Could be Pete Dunne.
Yeah, try them.
Nope. Okay. SmackDown. Someone from NXT UK on SmackDown. Was the Heritage Cup just for men?
Yes.
Someone from NXT UK who's on SmackDown. I mean, Rhea. No, that's women. A male from NXT UK. It's not Gunther. Who's on the SmackDown roster? I don't know. Let's come back to that.
Yep.
Let's go with third generation wrestlers. There's not very many of those.
Orton.
So Randy Orton. Yeah, SmackDown. Or a third generation wrestler on Raw.
Uso. Jay.
Is he third or second? I think he might be second. Yeah. Okay. Third gen. There's not many third gen.
Would you consider Rock?
Natalia? No. The Rock? Oh, is they going to count that? No.
Okay.
Roman? No. Could be Roman.
Natty.
But he's not on Raw, though. Who?
Natty Neidhart.
Yeah. And a third generation European wrestler.
Not Charlie. No, Charlie Dempsey's not. Kaiser?
Ludwig? I don't know. No.
No, he's second.
Oh, Gunther? No. Gunther's got no previous European. I don't know.
NXT Heritage Cup Axiom.
Nice. Yeah, he just debuted. That's right.
It was A-Kid. That's who he was.
Okay, Cruiserweight Classic people. We had what? We had TJ Penn. We had who was in the Cruiserweight Classic? I watched that whole thing. It was really good.
Giovanni Vinci was, but
oh yeah, that's not going to work. Well, it might work for the European one. Yep.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So someone on the current SmackDown and Raw roster that was also in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Was Nathan Frazier? I don't think you.
No, definitely no.
Not Cedric.
No, he's not with the company anymore. Anyway, it was Apollo, wasn't? Why am I blanking on who was in the Cruiserweight Classic at all? Why is TJ Penn the only one I can remember? I didn't even know Giovanni Vinci was in there. TJ Perkins, that's right. Yeah. Cruiserweight Classic. Yeah, it's Zack Sabre Jr., TJ Perkins. I don't remember Giovanni Vinci in that classic at all. It's been early.
Not the one
there was someone with a mask. No. It was the first 2016. That was the first one. Pretty sure. Oh, Johnny Gargano. Yeah, he may have been in it. Let's try him. Yep. Okay. Raw. Dragon Lee?
Huh?
I know someone with a mask was in it. No, it wasn't Dragon Lee.
I know they had like Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik were, I think.
Oh, Grand Metalik, that's it.
But he's
What?
not with the company anymore.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he was definitely in there. He's the masked one I was thinking of, was Grand Metalik. He had a great match. Cruiserweight on Raw.
Rich Swann was in there, but he's
gone.
not with the company. I think Ali was.
He's gone. Ray wasn't in it. Was Dom?
No. He would have been like 16.
Oh, yeah,
17.
he would have been young. Yeah. Was Angel Garza or what the other guy's name?
Humberto.
Yeah. I don't remember if they were or not.
You can try it.
How you spell his
Humberto.
name?
H-U-M.
No, he's not even. He's not even in there.
Wow.
Angel. No, it wasn't Angel Garza. Okay.
Either one of the LWO guys, the tag team.
LW. That's who they were. Angel Garza, and wasn't it?
No.
Chris Sworn it was Angel Garza and Humberto.
I can't remember their names. No, the ones with Santos Escobar.
Oh, God. No idea. Pretty sure he's on SmackDown now, though.
No, the ones in the LWO. I'm sorry.
Yeah, isn't it? That's not Angel Garza and
No.
Oh wow.
Angel and Humberto. They're with Escobar.
Oh, they're with Escobar on SmackDown. Oh,
yeah.
I have no clue who is. I have not a single idea who's in the LWO. Then is it the guy that jumps off the second rope?
Yes.
They send him slingshot.
The guy that used to be DJ Zima in TNA.
Oh, yeah, I have no clue, dude. No idea.
See if DJ Zima works.
No.
Nope. Okay.
All right, let's throw in the towel.
Third generation Europe.
We're not going to think of there's no third generation European.
Sure there is.
There's no way.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. But he's
not. They're not counting it as a current roster. Okay. My brain was. Yeah, they're not counting it as current roster. So it could literally any third generation wrestler, not even in WWE.
Yeah.
Could be someone else. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. That's so open.
Okay.
Like I have no clue. I have no clue. Who did you guess? You said someone. Davey Boy
Smith Jr.
Yeah, he's not even in there.
Or David Hart Smith.
No, not in there.
Wow. Okay.
All right, let's throw in the towel. Let's see who we lost against.
Finley.
Tozawa and Finley.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have got Finley. I keep forgetting that he's even a wrestler. Tozawa, I wouldn't have got either. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. I gotta go back and watch that. That's so funny.
Yes, he was.
That's awesome. Alrighty.
Got my whiteboard.
Oh, are we not going to do it separate wheels?
Oh yeah, we can do separate.
Yeah. Okay.
We have no judge though.
No, the people will have to be our judge.
The people will be the judge. All
right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the wheel. If you haven't watched the previous episode, make sure you go check that out. We have a wheel of question marks here. All of these are AEW men's roster, current men's roster, as current as I could get it. So I had to create this myself. Lots of guys on here. Their roster is bloated AF. And we are going to blind rank the ones that we get. We're both going to get different lists to rank, and we're going to see who's got the more accurate list at the end of it. So I think I went first last time, so You get the first spin.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's see. Austin Gunn. We get tag team wrestlers off the jump.
Yeah, we do. And there's a lot of factions in AEW.
There's nothing but factions almost.
Yeah.
Give me number 8 for Austin Gunn.
All right. My number 1. Here we go. I should make the wheel spin faster. Oh, God.
Now, that's current Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
That's not 28 years ago Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, he sucks, right? But I mean, there's got to be people worse than Jeff Jarrett, isn't there? AEW?
Oh, 100% there's people worse.
Oh, God.
Jeff Jarrett's actually good at making you either want to see him win or see him lose.
I'll put him at 7. Feel like that's a safe bet. All right. Here's your number 2. This is such a fun game because it's just so unpredictable. You just don't know what you're going to get.
So I could get someone like Leo Rush.
Pac. Or Pac. Yeah. Pac.
Give me him at number 5.
Locked in.
Pac at 5.
All right. My number 2. Let's see what we get. It's never nerve-wracking until you get down to like the last 4. and then it's scary. Ooh, Speedball Mike Bailey. I like him a lot. He's new though. I like him. I'm gonna put him at 5. I like him as my middle. I think he's really good. I like him a lot.
He was one of the ones on TV.
Okay, yeah. So when I don't watch TNA very often, but when I did, I was like, I can't wait to see what Mike Bailey does. He's really good. All right, you're number 3. I'm feeling like I might have put him too high. We'll see.
The Beast Mortos.
That's funny.
I
mean, he's pretty rough.
Give me a 7. Give me a 7 with Beast Mortos. Yeah.
Wow, you must think there's some real bad beefies left on the list. All right. Number 3 for me. Oh, number 1.
Yeah.
There's my number 1. I mean, how can I not? I mean, there's some big names, but like there's a few of the names that could probably be like interchanged.
Yeah.
I think Will Ospreay is one of those names that could be interchanged for like 1 and 2. All right.
Rigged. After last episode, I know you rigged this. Giving me Beast Mortos. Orange Cassidy. This is an interesting one.
I mean, I love Orange.
We haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, he's not around right now.
He's underrated on what he can do in the ring. You just don't really care about him too much.
I mean, I love him. I like him better than Pac. But, you know.
Give me number 3.
Wow. Okay, I did not see you putting him that high. I don't mind it, though. I like Orange.
I know it's there still. I want to leave room for better, but I don't want to leave room for worse above it.
Yeah, it's fair. Hey, who am I getting here? I mean, Billy Gunn is ageless.
Well, you've got a good 1997 Intercontinental Championship match on your roster over there.
Yeah, I'm very old school right now. I got half WWE people. I mean, he's got to be right next to Jeff. But who do I like slightly more or slightly less? I guess I have to put him at 6. Oops, wrong one.
Wow.
Why, you think it'd be higher?
Nope.
Oh, you think it'd be lower? Interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You would put him at 8 instead of 6.
That's funny. I mean, I love Darby, but
He's in the news this week. He's in the news
he
today.
is. He made it to the top of
He
Mount
made it
Everest.
to the top of the mountain with the flag.
With the AW flag. Yeah. That's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Number 1.
No way.
Yep, I'll put him at 1.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yep.
It's a risk.
It's a risk. I'll put him at 1, though.
Wow. I thought you hate Darby Allin.
I do. I don't
But
get
you
him. I don't like him. But
you respect him.
I mean, the company loves him.
Yep.
Tony loves him, and AEW fans absolutely love him.
Yep. All right, what do we got here? Oh, no. Oh, no.
You got the world champion.
Yeah. I mean, I can't not put him at number 2, so.
Wow.
He's one of the ones that I would interchange with like the top 3. You know, I'm lucking out so far, I think.
Yeah, but there's quite a bit more that I would put above him.
Yeah. I love Roddy. He's so good. I actually kind of like Roddy more than I like Adam Cole, to be honest with you. I like them both, but Roddy's...
See, I wonder if we're going to talk about Adam Cole later this week. I don't think we will. Because he hasn't had a match in over a month. And he's your TNT champion.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to be on the pay-per-view this weekend. He's underrated in ring, but
super underrated. Super good.
I can't get behind him at all. I don't care to watch him.
He is a little vanilla, but he's every time he's out in the ring, he does great stuff.
He's little and he's vanilla.
He's Vanilla Smalls.
Nine.
Wow.
Me 9. I thought about 6, but put him at 9.
Wow. All right, I need some stinkers.
No, there's some stinkers.
There's gotta be
some stinkers.
That's pretty low.
You got a stinker.
Yeah, the question is he 10? He's pretty low. I'm trying to think of worse stinkers. Who?
Luther?
Oh, yeah. Who?
Exactly. The Butler.
I mean, Angelico is pretty good in the ring. He's just kind of another masked dude. So it's like...
At least my masked dude has a bull mask.
Yeah, that's true. I'll put him at 9. I feel like I might get someone worse than Angelico. All right, see what you get. You need a stinker.
I need good ones, though. I still got 2 open.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Let's see. Coin flip.
You know what we should do next time? Is we
4.
should write down 4?
Yeah, 4.
You know what we should do next time is do use our whiteboards. but it's for keeping how we would have ranked it for the opposite list. And that way, at the end, we can show each other how we would have done if we did the other person's list. I think that would be cool.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I hope I get another good one. Because the alternate was 2 for Alexander.
Well,
good thing you left your tin open, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, in a perfect world, I would have put Angelico at 8 and then put Serpentico at 9. But
Angelico can do some better shit.
Yeah. All right. Oh, my stinker's taken. I can't get any more stinkers. I gotta get some decent people from now on. Oh,
jeez. I got to put him at 6.
Yeah,
I'm not putting him at 2.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
I think the bottom half of mine is better than your bottom half, but I think you're.
It's going to depend on my 8.
Yeah. But I think
if my 8 might be tough here. All right. Let's see. This is where I get nervous. This is where I get nervous. I need some. What am I going to get? Let's see. Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, actually, I'm not completely horrified.
Now, did you get this from AEW's actual roster page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from AEW's website.
I don't know if he's for sure still contracted with them or not.
Apparently he is. Although the website historically has been very bad.
Yes.
There are some people on there that I know for a fact are not with AEW anymore, like Soraya. She's still on there, and we know that she's confirmed she's no longer with AEW. So,
or her contract is still good, but they just
don't want her anywhere near the company,
and they're not going to have her on TV anymore.
Could be. All right, you need a stinker or a really good one.
Oh.
Ooh. I mean, that can't. I mean, I can't influence you, but I can't not put that where I know where I would put it. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic.
He was. I can't put him at 2.
No.
He hasn't been on TV in like 2 years.
No, I think he's an ROH guy.
No, he had to get surgery on his foot or something like that. He's been out forever.
Yeah. All right. I need I need two goodies here. Some good mid-carders. Please.
It's hard to believe that he's still employed by them.
Yeah.
He had all the tools.
Here's your number 2.
All right, give me a good one. Give me Omega. Give me
Adam Page.
Okada even. Yeah, give me Adam Page. But don't give me Mark Davis. Son of a bitch.
I don't even know who that is. Who is Mark Davis?
That's the big guy. That's Kyle Fletcher's old tag partner from United Empire.
All right, here's my number 3. Give me someone good.
Watch you get Cash Wheeler.
All right, there's our list, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this.
Good thing you didn't rank him lower. He'd pull a gun on you.
Yes, he would. My list's not too bad. I would obviously have Scorpio Sky lower. I'd probably shift Billy Gunn and Jeff Jarrett all up 1, put Scorpio Sky at 7, and then I'd probably be happy with that. So I didn't do too bad.
So I'm okay with mine except for Davis.
Yeah, he's way too high. He's way too high. I would put Roderick Strong higher. Like, I would put him at like... I'd probably put him at 7.
I'd put take Davis out, shift 3 through 9 up, and put Davis at 9.
You think Davis is better than Kota Ibushi?
Davis has been on TV.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, how did you do on the wheel? Let us know in the comments, and let us know which list you think did better on this episode. If you want to reach me on the socials, I am on BlueSky at TJ-Leo.
I am at Cole2K on BlueSky and X.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. If you want to join the community server on Discord, you can. It's the Co-op Club. The link is in the description. You just have to fill out a quick 30-second survey so we can avoid bots and crazy people. And that's about it. We will be back later this week with predictions for AEW Double or Nothing and our first NXT prediction show.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
NXT Battleground, I believe, is the PLE.
And we won't do predictions, but I'm sure there will be a little bit of discussion about Saturday night's main event as well.
Absolutely. We could even throw those in for predictions since it's a big combo weekend.
Sure.
We could even do that. Why not? Just add some more add some more crap to the
It's just more record keeping for me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, until then, this has been Wrestling Renaissance, and we out.